We'll begin this lesson with our spreadsheet as it looked at the end of last lesson. We've entered all the expenditures in column B, and we must now classify each one as NIH direct, indirect, or fringe. We'll ignore the other direct and unallowable columns for now. All expenditures that are classified direct have been denoted in your company's grant application budget and grant award letter. The most common direct costs are wages, equipment, some supplies, and some travel. Be aware, however, that just as the account wages can be split into indirect and direct, other expenditures can also be split. Ask your accountant or a DFAS supervisor for help if you are uncertain how to classify specific expenditures. In our sample data, we have only two expenditures that are direct, part of wages and the line titled Direct Equipment Purchase. Copy these two amounts into the NIH direct column. Notice that the proof column updates with each entry, so you can check for typing errors. Let's tackle fringe benefits next. Fringe benefits include any type of paid leave, payroll taxes, retirement contributions, and group insurance. Copy those figures into the fringe column. If you're unsure whether an item is a fringe benefit or not, talk to your accountant or contact someone in the DFAS Indirect Cost Branch. Finally, copy all the remaining items into the indirect column. This includes indirect wages, rent, telephone, office supplies, legal, accounting, liability insurance, and postage. The unallowable column is for items the federal government has determined are not allowed in the IDC calculation. We don't have any of these in our sample data, but examples of unallowable items would be patent cost, some travel cost, and loan cost. There is a list of them on the DFAS webpage. If you have any expenditures that are not allowable, you would copy them to this column. Even though they are not allowable costs, they must be reported in column B and column G. Finally, the column labeled Proof is used to check for entry errors. With so many figures to enter, it is quite easy to make an entry error, and this horizontal summation column makes it a little easier to find them. The Proof column in the sample spreadsheet already contains the formula to sum each row, and it should always be the same as the amount column. So before moving on to your next step, you should always check this column for errors. Here's how the spreadsheet looks with all expenditures classified. Let's fix the errors in the cells at the bottom of the spreadsheet. All of these errors are because of an item labeled sick leave, which we deleted in Module 1. To correct these errors, we need to open the spreadsheet fringe and delete this item because it refers to an expenditure that doesn't exist. That takes care of the issue on this spreadsheet. You may also notice that some item names still have the original names from the DFAS workbook, so let's change them to match your sample names. Change vacation to PTO and 401k to retirement contribution. This is also a good time to change the company name on this spreadsheet. At this point, you can see we have a fringe benefit rate of 43%. Deleting the item labeled sick leave from the fringe spreadsheet also corrected the errors on the worksheet or expenditures spreadsheet. At this point, we're almost finished with this part of our proposal. The main point of this entire exercise is the spreadsheet named Indirect, so let's open it. Oh no, more errors! But don't panic. These are the expenditures that we don't have in our sample data. We deleted them on the expenditures spreadsheet in Module 1. Now we simply need to delete each item that doesn't have a corresponding expenditure in our data. Here's how it looks now after deleting all the unnecessary items. This shows that our indirect cost rate is 37.13%. Now let's practice what we've learned. After escaping to end this video, click on Practice for Module 2.